glad that you're able to take time out and attend this community engineering hangout. I'm super excited. Okay, so I'm super excited. We have Andrea Fernandez today with us. She's a senior product manager. And Andrea, please introduce yourself before you can begin your presentation. But yeah, here we are. And today we are here to learn more about store fulfillment for Adobe Commerce, which is powered by Walmart Commerce Technologies. So take it away, Andrea.
Thank you, Farul. Hi, everybody. So, as Farul said, I'm Andrea Fernandez. I'm a senior product manager for the Adobe Commerce Solution. I'm based in Barcelona, and I've been working with Magento and now with Adobe for the last 6 years. So it's been a long way. And today, as Farul was mentioning, we will talk about the new store fulfillment solution that we launched in June this year. And I'm going to start sharing the screen first. I have a quick deck. Okay, this one. Okay, so this is the agenda that I would like to cover today. First of all, I would like to explain a little bit more about what is a store fulfillment, right? I want to give also a bit of background about why we decided to build this solution. I will continue with a demo because it's always the best way to show how the functionality works. And then I will try to cover some important information about the implementation and the support, and also the onboarding and the provisioning experience for the merchants. And I will try to leave some time for at the end for some questions. So let's get started because there are a lot of content. Okay. So first of all, I want to, as I said, I want to provide a bit of the background about why we decided to build this new solution in commerce. So we see always a continued trend in a demand for a more advanced store fulfillment solution, right? So merchants currently solve all these needs, this in store pickup experience by building custom solutions, and there are others that also integrate with order management systems to deliver this experience to their shoppers. So, but the reality is that we see is that those businesses expect to have more advanced store fulfillment capabilities from their commerce platform without the need to invest into a customer solution or into an integration to a different platform. So for that reason, Adobe has developed this partnership with the Walmart Commerce Technologies, right, to expand on the same technology that Walmart uses to power its own omnichannel fulfillment solution. So in short, in summary, what is this solution about? So basically, Adobe, we are going to enable businesses to create this their own best-in-class omnichannel fulfillment for their customers by leveraging this technology from Walmart. And this technology, our merchants will be able to use it in their own physical stores to fulfill all the online orders that they place on the commerce side. We would summarize that there are two mainly values, customer values for coming from this solution. The first one, it will be that it empowers merchants to improve the conversion, to meet their shopper options. And the second will be that it provides the modern technology that and the apps and the workflows to create efficiencies in store operations. So basically, in summary, it has benefits for the merchant, but also for the customer itself. Let's go to the next slide. So once we present this solution and we explain that we are talking about a POPIS functionality for our merchants customers, we always have the same, we mostly have like super important questions that we think, and I think that are super important to clarify today. So I will give like the answer to the top 3 that we always receive to make sure that everybody understands what this solution is not about. So the first question and most frequent question is the solution for customers who are digital only to use Walmart stores as brick-and-mortar delivery and pickup location? So the answer is no. And this solution, it is just about the technology from Walmart, right? This integration with the Walmart technology enables our Adobe Commerce customers to leverage the Walmart fulfillment technology in their own physical stores and for their own customers. So this is super important to have it clear. The second, the most frequent question it is the solution for customers who sell their products in Walmart stores? And the answer again is no. The Adobe Commerce customers will sell their products at Adobe Commerce, as they do today, and they will offer these BOPIS and curbside delivery options in their own physical stores. There is a different solution called Channel Manager that enables to syndicate the product catalog to Walmart Marketplace, but this is not the solution that we are talking about. This is a Channel Manager solution that we build also in partnership with Walmart. And the last question is this for a solution for customers who are already using Walmart fulfillment services? And again, the answer is no. So Adobe Commerce customers will not use Walmart fulfillment services. So I think these are three important questions that I always like to clarify. So before we start with the demo, I would like to clarify what is the ideal customer profile when we are thinking about this solution. The first thing that we need to take into account is that this new solution is for Adobe Commerce only, and the customers need to be on Adobe Commerce version 2.4. Okay, at least for the launch, they need to be based in the US. We are exploring international expansion. We don't have specific dates at this point, but this is something that we will communicate once it's ready. Okay. And then one of the requirements, of course, is to have at least one physical store in order to provide this functionality to their customers. Also, something important is that they need to use our current inventory management for Adobe Commerce solution that we all know as MSI. And this is an important requirement that, and I will explain why in the next minutes. And after that, it's also important that they have the some physical store requirements, like, for example, that they need Wi-Fi installed, some minimum internet speed, because at the end, the store employees, they will have an app on the store, and they will need to have access to the app in order to do the fulfillment process. And finally, they will need to have available iOS or Android and handheld devices with some minimum operating system and minimum hardware to make sure that the app is working correctly. Okay, so this is the ideal customer profile and also some of the requirements that are important to take into account when we are going to use this solution. And now I'm going to jump to the demo. So first, I'm going to stop sharing the screen. Sorry. And let me share again. It's a pre-recorded demo, but I will talk through it, and in order to provide additional information and additional context, I will stop the recording and I will add additional details. So let's start. Okay, so first of all, we will start the end-to-end experience by placing an order in a Luma storefront. Okay, so the first thing, we're gonna search for a specific item. And we will select this bottle, as the first item we want to buy. The first functionality that we have included as part of the new solution is that we have a new delivery method in the product page. So out of the box with Commerce, we have the home delivery option, but now with this new solution, we also have the store pickup option in the product page. Additionally, once, as you can see, you have the option to select your store. So we will have a new store selector in the product page. And in here, with this new store selector, you will be able to share by city or zip code. And something new that it is super important to highlight is that, as you can see, you will be able to see the inventory availability for this specific item. As you can see, like in the first store, this item, it is in stock. You will be able to see if the item it is out of stock for a specific store. I would like to mention that, as I mentioned before, one of the requirements is to use our inventory management solution from Commerce, also known as MSI. And one of the reasons is because as part of the solution, we have enhanced the inventory management solution. So the current solution, the standard solution, as you know, it has a logic that has a reservation model at aggregate level after you place the order, but with this, with the store fulfillment, we have added some enhancements, and now the reservation happens at source level. So this will help us to improve the accuracy of the stock, right? And to make sure that the experience for the end customer is the best. Because one of the requirements that when we were designing this solution was that we wanted to make sure that the item that was selected in a specific store, it is going to be available in that store, right? So this was super important for us while we were defining the experience, and that's the reason why we have improved the logic and changed the logic to reserve at source level. Okay, I'm going to continue. From this store selector, something new also is you will see that for each specific store, you will see that there are 2 delivery options in a store pickup or curbside. This is something that you will be able to define per store. In this case, we have selected Chicago, and you will see that the order is going to be ready in some specific minutes. This information, it is again configurable. This promised delivery date is going to be configurable, sorry, in our Adobe Commerce API. And now we are going to select a second item. As you can see, the Chicago store is already pre-selected. We are going to review the items that we have in the cart, and we are going to proceed to the checkout. Okay, so additional functionalities that we have also here new in the checkout step is that, well, first of all, you will be able to change the store. Same in the cart, there is an option that you have at that step. And also the new functionality is about the pickup options that I mentioned before. So here at this step, the shopper will need to define if they want to do an in-store pickup order, right? If when they go to the store, they want to go inside the store to pick up the order, or curbside if they want to go to a parking spot and deliver the order there. So these are new capabilities that we added. And also, as you can see at the bottom, there is an alternative pickup person. So in case that you want someone else to go and pick up the order, you can define it here. In this case, we are going to select curbside as the pickup option, and we will end the placement of the order by adding the payment information. And we didn't change anything here. And basically what I will say is that we are supporting online payment methods. Okay. After that, we will receive an email confirmation. And before I jump to the employee experience, I would like to add that we have improved some email templates. Well, basically all the email templates that impact the experience. Adding additional information that we think it is critical to have like a successful experience, like adding some sort of store information, some instructions for the pickup, and additional information about the order. We have added, as I said, we have improved some of the templates, and we have created new templates to ensure that the customer communication it is as best as possible. Okay, so now we are going to jump to the employee experience, right? Everything that happens in the store. As you can see, the store associates will have an app that is called Store Assist, and they will be able to use this app in order to do the fulfillment of the order. Basically, there are 4 modules. We have the picking, the staging, and the handoff that represent the different steps that happen during the fulfillment process. And finally, we have the order module that will enable the store associate to search for any specific order in case there is a customer who arrives to the store and they want to know what is happening with their order. So let's start the process with the picking. So imagine that after placing the order, I will receive all the orders, right? I will see all the list of orders here that are pending to be picked, and they are prioritized by due date. We can select the first one as well. You can do multi-selection of different orders, and we will start the picking process. Here we can see that there are some pick instructions that can be customized by each merchant. And after that, we will start with the picking. Here we can see some information about the, I want to start a bit. Sorry, we can see some information about the catalog of the product. This will depend on the information that we receive from each catalog. So merchants can provide additional attributes. And the store associate will need to start the picking product by product. Once we start with the first one, sorry, you will be able to scan the barcode. Okay, so, and once we start, you will see that the item has been picked, and we will continue with the second one. In the case that there is an issue, you will see like I'm gonna stop a second, sorry. In the case that there is an issue with an item, you will get this invalid scan message, and you will be able to scan again, and or you will be able to also manually enter the barcode in case that there is a problem with the camera or anything else. Okay, so let's continue with the second item. Sorry about that. Once we have completed the picking, you can review the pick items, and you can see you will be able to review all the items that were picked. In the case that some of the items were rejected during the picking because maybe there was an issue with the inventory information, right? And we didn't find the item, you will be able to see this information, and then the customer will receive an email confirmation, right? Informing that some of the items were canceled, and they will automatically receive the refund. Okay, so now the next step is the staging, right? So here we will see also some instructions that can be customized. And basically at this stage, the store employee needs to provide some staging location. Basically, it is saying where we are gonna leave the items until the customer arrives to the store. Once you have provided this information, you will confirm, and you can see that the order has been staged. At this moment, the customer right, will receive an email confirmation informing that that the order is ready for pickup. Here we will see some information about the picking instructions, all the information about the order, and there is an important call to action button called the confirm arrival button that we also, in our documentation, we also call the check-in experience. That it is basically when the customer arrives to the store, they will be able to click on this button and they will be redirected to a specific web page to provide some basic information. In this case, as we selected curbside as a delivery option, we need to provide some information about the parking spot, car color, car make, and additional information. This information can be configured in the admin in Magento Commercial. Okay, now the last step in the experience is for the employee, right, to hand off the items. This is the last module. As you can see, the only thing that they need to do is to review that all the items are there, and they have the option to to sign here to add a signature. And finally, there is an email to confirm the delivery. Okay, so this was the happy path, and there are more. Sorry, there are more. There are more experiences, there are more use cases that we can demo. But as we don't have the time today, we wanted to demo at least the most important scenario that we have. And now I'm going to come back to my presentation, and I'm going to go quickly through the latest slides, the last two slides that I have. So something important to consider during the implementation and the support process, I want to highlight some specific things. First is that this solution is delivered via an extension, right? And it's only available with a separate license sold by Adobe. And the pricing is based on the store fulfillment orders. With this, we can offer this solution to different different segments of our community, right? Because we can define the pricing based on the volumes that each merchant has. Important is that the merchants will get the extension as part of the onboarding and provisioning experience, right? It is not downloadable via the marketplace. There is a page on the marketplace, but you cannot download the extension directly from there. And one of the most important questions that we always receive is about the level of effort, right, required to enable this functionality. And what we have seen with the experience from different customers is that it will depend on the level of customizations from each merchant, because depending on the customizations and the number of extensions that each one has, it could take like different times. But I would like to clarify that the installation process is like any other third-party extensions that we have. Okay, and then the support process, it is the same that we have for the Adobe Commerce merchants. They will need to follow the same process and open a ticket, and Adobe will take care of the support. One last slide, it is about the provisioning. Yeah, I'm gonna go quickly. I was checking the timing. So the onboarding and provisioning, at the end, Walmart is responsible for the onboarding and the provisioning. So what Adobe is doing is gathering all the information required for this provisioning, right? So when we start working with a merchant, the Adobe Field team will be responsible to gather all this information, and we will pass this information to Walmart, and they have a time. They will spend some weeks, as we have here, up to 3 weeks, after they request the acknowledge, and they start to onboard the customer. So this is the limit that we have, up to 3 weeks. And when the process is finished, the Adobe team will notify the customer that the onboarding and the provision has been complete. And I want to end this presentation giving here my email information. So in case that you have any questions, or if you have any feedback, you can always reach out to me. There is also a link here to the public documentation. And I think that we have created a good first version of the documentation with a lot of information, including the onboarding experience, the configuration, with all the flexibility that we are adding to this solution, and also all the different flows that we are providing. So now it's time for questions. I know that we don't have so much time. We have 5 minutes, but I will try to answer as many as we can. Okay. Cool. Sorry, I had a bit of a trouble while I was doing the demo, but thank you so much. I'm checking the chat here and I'm checking if there are any questions, but I don't see any. So yeah, I will wait a few more minutes in case that you want to ask anything. Okay, first one. When orders are updated in the picking app, does this reflect in the backend of Magento? Yes. So after the picking is complete, this status update, it is synchronized to Magento. So yes. Same with the delivery. So once the order is delivered to the customer, this is also synchronized with commerce. Any other question? Okay, how can the customer specify a time for collection? So there is a configuration in our admin panel. I didn't have the time to go through all the configurations that we have. In the documentation, there is a section for configurations, but basically in Adobe Commerce Admin, there are multiple sections where you will be able to define this information. In this case, for the specific type of for collection, this is something that you will be able to define by source, because maybe there is a specific source, right? A specific physical location that they need, that they don't have as much capacity, and they need maybe, I don't know, a couple of days in order to deliver a Bobby's order, but there is another store that you can do that in 1 hour. So this is something that you can define per store. Is there a way to view the extension code to see if it will be compatible with our customizations before we sign up? This is a great question. So right now we are doing some trials with merchants, but yeah, in general, it is required to sign a contract to get access to the extension. But in case that there is any merchant who is interested, please let me know, and we can start a conversation to see how we can test this solution. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, Mark, thank you so much for all your questions. Andrea, can I request you to share the PowerPoint presentation here on the chat?
Yes,
It will
I can
be
do
a
that
while
now.
before, sure. It will be a while before I can upload today's recording. So if we can share the PowerPoint, it has your contact details. So if there are any more questions, people can reach out to you. And thank you so much for sharing and for the demo today.
Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. I don't see any more questions, so I think we can wrap it up. 2 minutes back to everybody. Thank you so much for taking out time and joining. We'll see you in the next Hangout. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.